What is up, my fellow Chibits? Hopefully all of you are having many great days because I love you guys, and I hope all of you continue to have great health and have a happy holiday season. So anyways, with that being said, the end of the year is here, and with it, as always, we should expect to see topics like this: the best-selling light novels, the best-selling manga, the best-selling anime, so forth, so on. It's something that usually happens at the end of the year, and as always, I'm here to kind of discuss it. So, this video is going to be focusing on the top 10 best-selling light novels of 2017. Now, just an FYI, I also did a top 10 best-selling manga video earlier as well, so if you're interested in manga and you don't really care about light novels, there is a separate video as well, because I, wanted to separate them, because I know many of you might not care about light novels, and many of you might not care about the manga, so I just wanted to separate the videos. But anyways, getting on topic though, I'm going to be going over the top 10 best-selling, okay? This doesn't mean that they're the best of all time. So anyways, I want to be working from number 10 all the way up to the number 1 spot, so just giving a brief FYI. So in the number 10th spot, we have the Saga of Evil Tanya, or Tanya the Evil and all that. So, I think many of you most likely remember that, Tanya, it was a very popular anime from this year. I think many really loved that series, and so it makes a lot of sense that would be in the top 10, because most likely the anime boosted the light novel sales, because at the end of the day, when it comes to anime, they're a great example of, boosting sales for, the main source material, and that's why a lot of times anime tend to be just like a promotion or a trailer for the the main source. For instance, light novels. Like, let's look at Overlord for an example. So anyways, though, number 10 is the Saga of Evil Tanya, with selling 417,000 copies. Now, I don't know necessarily if that's really good in Japan. I want to assume that's a lot different compared to, like manga sales or whatever, so I don't really know, but it sold 417,000 copies, so Saga of the Evil Tanya is, in the top 10. Now, moving on to number 9, we have Overlord. Now, this honestly surprises me that Overlord is at the number 9th spot. I actually figured that Overlord would be much higher, maybe in the top 5, because of how popular it is. I mean, it's gained a lot of popularity. Overlord has quickly become a very popular light novel series, and that's kind of what made it get a season 2 in the first place, so I'm just kind of surprised it's actually not in the top 5. But anyways, Overlord sold 426,000 copies, so congrats to Overlord. I'm glad to see, Overlord still being very relevant, and I'm glad because that does mean we'll continue to get many more light novels in the future. So, number 8, we have Akashic Records. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. It also had an anime this year, and it sold 443,000 copies. So, I'm going to assume the reason why it's in the top 10 in the first place is because it received an anime. Once again, many times an anime is made, it's there to boost the popularity of a series and boost the sales. So, I want to assume that, this series, the reason why it's so high up is most likely because it had an anime this year. Now, moving into number 7, we have Arrow Manga Sensei, with selling 489,000 copies. So, once again, same argument I used in my previous two. I want to assume Arrow Manga Sensei is so high up because of 2 reasons, actually. Number 1, because I had an anime this year, and it caused quite a stir in the anime community. But on top of that, too, the writer of Arrow Manga Sensei is a very popular writer, regardless of how you feel about the writer or the original series that he wrote. For instance, Orimo, he's a very popular light novel artist or author or whatever. So basically, seeing, Arrow Manga Sensei in the top 10, it's not really a surprise at all. I would actually be shocked if it wasn't in the top 10. So moving on to number 6, novel Your Name, selling 501,000 copies. In all honesty, I'm actually surprised Your Name didn't reach in the top 3 because of how popular the movie was. I mean, the movie is still selling like hotcakes. It's constantly making news stories, so I'm just kind of surprised that Your Name is not even in the top 5. But it's still in the number 6 spot, so it's just crazy, once again showcasing how relevant and popular Your Name, the movie film, was, and even the novel is selling quite a bit with, 501,000 copies. Now, moving into the number 5 slot, we have Classroom of the Elite. So, Classroom of the Elite also had an anime very recently. So, as I said for Arrow Manga Sensei, as I said for, Akashic Records and Saga of Evil Tanya, I'm going to assume Classroom of the Elite also became very popular because of the anime that came out this year, boosted its sales quite a bit. It sold 564,000 copies, so that's pretty good. I mean, compared to the tip spot to that, it's definitely a big jump. So Class of the Elite still, you know, selling quite a bit, and it's in the top 5. Now, moving into number 4, we have the Irregular at Magic High School. So, I'm just going to be honest here, I'm not the biggest fan of that series, okay? I think I've been very blunt about that series. I mean, if you like it, you like it, okay? If you like the Irregular at Magic High School, go for it. There's no problem with that. I'm just being a little bit biased, okay? I'm going to be honest there. But, I mean, it's at number 4. Honestly, I don't know why it is. I mean, I know there's many out there's big fans of the series. Not the biggest fan myself of it, but it's a number 4 spot, so I'm glad to see, you know, many probably that love the series getting what they want and seeing that their series is still selling quite a bit. It's sold 809,000 copies. That's a massive jump, a very massive jump compared to the 5th spot, so the Regular at Magic High School is still doing very well. Now, moving into number 3, which I'm very happy to see this one, ReZero at number 3, in the top 3 of the best-selling light novels of 2017. ReZero sold 925,000 copies. It's in the number 3 spot. It hasn't really had an anime since, like, a long time now, so to see it still this relevant, that just makes me very happy to see, because this does let us know that eventually we could potentially get a Season 2 of ReZero. Now, moving into the number 2 spot, we have Konosuba. So, Konosuba being up there, not really a surprise. I mean, it did have an anime very recently this year, if I'm correct, and so Konosuba being in the 2nd spot with how good it is, and I mean, there's just a lot of similarities with it with ReZero as well, but on a comedy side, I can just see why these two series are near the top and all that, so just Konosuba being near the top, hopefully we get another continuation very soon. So it sold 960,000 copies. It's not that large compared to, you know, ReZero, but it's still a little bit big and all that, but yeah, it's the number 2 spot. So moving over into number 1, we have Sword Art Online. Now, okay, I know many of you right now, there's a lot of bias about to be said in the comments, okay, about that. I know there's many out there that don't like Sword Art Online. I understand, okay, I understand why. However, I do enjoy Sword Art Online. It's not the best. I do enjoy it, though. I do enjoy the light novels of Sword Art Online, and I'm actually, as a fan of the series, I'm glad to see Sword Art Online at the top, number 1 spot, selling 1,173,000 copies. It's clearly at the top, and I'm just glad to see that. I guess one of the big reasons why it's still near the top 2, besides it just being very popular, is also because it has an anime coming out very soon. It has, you know, that spin-off anime and all that, so it makes a lot of sense that, you know, Sword Art Online would be near the top with all the popularity and hype building up around it. So, yeah, that is the top 10 best-selling light novels of 2017. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Chibi out.